Sandwiched between the Pacific Ocean and California's iconic Highway 101 is a parking lot in Encinitas where Chad Bordis' car doubles as his home. It's 3:30 a.m. The rain is pounding down amid a furious wind, and Bordis has awakened. He emerges from the front passenger seat of his gray Nissan Altima and walks to his trunk, which is also his closet. The newness of the day has him bleary-eyed.
You wake up and you're like, oh, I'm in my car.
That's been his reality for a month, and it's light years away from what he imagined. He's 46 with an MBA from the University of Phoenix. He uses the day's early moments to vanquish despair.
One of the things I think of is hopefully that some of the jobs that I've applied for, start calling me back, or, that I get some feedback on my resume or something along those lines.
Until then, Bordis drives Uber and Lyft and works a third part-time job selling cars online.
All right, another day in paradise.
By 3:45 a.m., he's off to work.
Got to fill up for the day.
First, he stops for gas, and then he checks Uber and Lyft ride requests for longer trips.
I'm looking for the longer rides, the 45-minute plus, just because I like to do 2 of those in the morning, because it kind of starts me off with about $70 or $80 in the morning right off the bat.
At 4:30 a.m., he gets a hit.
I just got a ping. It looks like a 45-minute plus.
He's off to pick up a couple in the northern tip of San Diego County to take them to the airport. He makes $40. Afterwards, Bordis heads to a gym where he showers and changes. By 7:30 a.m., he's out the door to start his next job selling cars online, but he's already tired.
It's very, very exhausting. There are times during the day when, I'll just turn the apps off if I'm not working at my other job, and I'll just, try to catch a 15-minute nap.
That shift ends at 3 p.m., and it's back to driving for Uber and Lyft.
I just want to make it comfortable for them.
Bordis leaves room in his trunk for his passengers' luggage, hiding his own belongings, clothes, dirty laundry, laptop, pillow, and blanket tucked underneath a black towel.
Just so it doesn't look so obvious.
He doesn't want them to know about his living situation, but occasionally the truth slips out. Their reaction is uniform.
It's shock, it's disbelief. It's like, whoa, why are you living in your car? What would put you in that place?
Until the end of February, Bordis rented a room in a home for $750 a month. But after the owner decided to sell his house, Bordis' income of between $2,000 and $2,400 a month was insufficient to get him an apartment. It's also not enough to pay down his nearly $100,000 student loan debt on his MBA. So in March, he started living in his car. He says he sneaks in time during the day to search for sales and marketing jobs. But so far, no bites. He speculates either because he's not using key words that a company would respond to, or there just aren't enough middle-income jobs, or he's overqualified. He says he feels emotionally ragged.
There's times that I just get really emotional and I start crying. I get really sad, and one of the things I think about is like, oh yeah, my parents would be real proud of me. 46, living in his car, and my parents had bigger dreams. My dad never went to college, neither. My mom didn't go to college either.
He says he recharges by thinking about people who clawed their way out of worse circumstances and rose to great heights, people like businessmen Chris Gardner and Steve Jobs. And there is fire in his eyes when I ask him what he would say to California's politicians.
How do we get here? How do we get to a point where we devalue human life? To where, it's okay if we step over homeless people, or, if you're sleeping in your car, it doesn't matter. Life's tough, get over it. Why aren't there more houses being built for lower income families? And what are they doing about, the job? Like, what kind of job creation are they doing here? So what are we doing to bring more jobs in?
After another 2-hour driving shift at 8:30 p.m., Bordis prepares to spend another night in his car. His fatigue has left him cynical about how the state's politicians might answer his list of questions.
They don't care. Honestly, they just don't care.
Amita Sharma, KPBS News.